afternoon, everybody. This is Todd Mitchell for, what is today? Thursday, the 5th of May, and I'm going to do something a little different today. No live trading today, but I'm going to give you three trades that I'm looking to. Well, I'm long one of them right now. I'm looking to enter FCX. Okay, Freeport McMoran tomorrow. If Freeport can pull back to $10.83. I am looking to get long this stock. As you can see on my charts here, red and green, right? Red denotes a downtrend based on pretty much everything I do in technical analysis, right? When it turns green, that's where we're looking, looking to get long at a logical entry, okay? So again, if you look at this chart, let's just go back a little further and see when it turned red. Okay, let's just look at the last few switches. Okay, look at this. Okay, so I got a false move here. Okay, let's go right here. So basically we turned from green to red right in here. And as you can see, that was a great place where the momentum had changed from up to down. And it made quite a big move. I mean, literally from $20 to $5, right? Simply because the trend changed. And once you know that trend shift, it gives you a great idea of how to trade that market, right? So that was a good indication. Now, back on exactly what day was it when it switched? Okay, we switched from down to up on March 4th, right? So the way to play something like this is when you do finally get a pullback, that's logical. Right in here would have been a buy. Came up, made a new high, right? We're clearly above what I like to call the gray action zone, the blue action zone. Heck, we're even above the 200 simple and exponential. You see how, and then you got the 50 exponential. So we made new highs, right? We've pulled back. How many consecutive days down? 1, 2, 3. We had lower highs and lower lows 3 consecutive days after making this high. I'm looking for one final push down to $10.83. I'll be a buyer there on FCX. Okay, so let's look at another idea. Okay, gold. Obviously, gold is, I think, big this year. I think we're going to go a lot higher in gold, and the one ETF I would play is GLD. GLD. Okay. And again, if you take a look at when it switched from red down in here to green, look at when it turned green. That was your first indication that this market, right, gold, should move higher. Okay? And it did. I mean, look at that move from literally 107 to 122, almost in a straight shot, right? Now, take a look over here when it turned red. Actually, officially turned red right here, folks. Look at this. That made a pretty big move. 106 down to like 101 before consolidating and then breaking back up again. Okay? So gold is a market that I'm real interested in, but I would need to see a larger pullback before doing anything, because if you know me, I don't like to chase the market whatsoever. The market needs to come back to me at a logical place of support. Okay? And we're just not there yet. But I am going to update you on exactly how I trade this when I get the signal. I would suspect if we get, if we get a few more days down in gold, I'll definitely be a buyer. Okay, the GLD, right, ETF, Gold Spider Trust. I mean, we're above the 200, right? We're above the 50, but we're up, and I would be a buyer in this area. Okay, another one that I like, and again, I'm a trader, right? I'm not a quote-unquote investor, but what I like is Apple, and I got my feet wet in Apple at 95.35. I got a small position at 95.35, okay? Right in here. And I am going to watch it very closely tomorrow to see if we can break down through these lows. Okay, let's just go back a little further and see exactly where we're at in gold. Or Apple, rather. Right, we've had this big run up. Remember, we've got the iPhone 7 coming out in September, and historically, this is the time. I honestly think Apple will challenge these highs by the end of the year. And so I'm starting to get my feet in the water here. So look at these lows. Let's just measure from those lows up to these highs and see where we're at right now. Okay, look at this. So where are we? We are right now at the 50%er, 50% retracement of that. Let's just go back and show you again. All right, so essentially what we did was we measured from this low up to these highs, got the 38, 50, and the 60% retracement. 60, 50 here, okay? And we're sitting at about the 50 right now. Now, granted, we're at a level where, I mean, we saw a lot of rejection, right? A lot of rejection at these lows right in here. We're down here about a third or fourth, however you want to count it. Look at this low that was made back last August when the overall market took a nosedive. So did Apple, right? Well, we came down, tested it a few times before bouncing up, and now we're back down. So essentially, you got the first low here, you got the one retest, and pretty much two. So we're, you know, the more times you test a given level, the chances are you're going to break that level. And when we did test it, right down here, we bounced quite a bit, right? From about 93 to about 112, 113, and we're right back down again. So I believe that this area is kind of a significant level. If we break down through it, I think we could move back down into the high 80s, 88, 89, but I don't think we go much lower than that. Now, if you recall, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, Carl Icahn dumped the stock, and that's why you see it move down here. I think it had earnings, negative earnings, but then Carl Icahn dumped the stock and it pushed it further. So I want to see, but this is a little longer term play, okay? So is gold, but I'm waiting for gold to come back to me, come down a little bit. FCX, we've got a potential buy tomorrow if we can push a bit lower, okay? A bit lower, right into the sweet spot, $10.83. Gold, again, I'm looking for the market to go, gold definitely to go much higher this year, but before that happens, I would prefer to see it move lower, okay? And then get long. And Apple, again, I've already got my foot in that water, okay? Have a great day. Hope that helps. And I'll be back with you tomorrow.